War, as we've known it for centuries, tanks rolling, soldiers charging, and cities reduced to rubble, is disappearing. The battlefield of tomorrow may not even look like a battlefield at all. Instead, wars will be waged in the shadows, fought by algorithms, hackers, and autonomous machines. Welcome to the era of invisible war. For most of human history, war was defined by visible destruction. Armies clashing on open fields, naval fleets engaging at sea, or air forces bombing enemy strongholds. Even in the 20th century, wars like World War I, World War II, and the Gulf War relied heavily on conventional weapons and mass mobilizations. But as technology advances, these traditional methods are becoming obsolete. Global powers are shifting their strategies toward less visible, more sophisticated forms of conflict. Cyber warfare has already redefined modern conflict. Instead of bombs, nations now deploy malware and ransomware to cripple economies and infrastructure. Hackers can disable power grids, disrupt communication networks, and even manipulate financial systems, all without firing a single bullet. Attacks like Stuxnet, a US-Israeli cyber operation that sabotaged Iran's nuclear centrifuges, have shown how devastating invisible digital strikes can be. Artificial intelligence is transforming military strategy. Algorithms can now analyze enemy movements, predict attacks, and even control autonomous weapon systems. Swarming drones guided by AI can overwhelm defenses, execute complex missions, and operate without direct human control. AI-driven decision-making reduces reaction times from minutes to microseconds, giving nations with superior algorithms a decisive advantage. Drones have become central to modern combat. From surveillance to precision strikes, unmanned aerial vehicles operate across borders with minimal risk to human pilots. The US has used drones extensively in the Middle East, conducting operations in regions where deploying troops would be politically risky. But the future lies in drone swarms, hundreds or even thousands of autonomous drones coordinating attacks simultaneously, overwhelming enemy defenses through sheer numbers and complexity. The militarization of space is accelerating. Nations are racing to deploy satellites for surveillance, communication, and potential weaponization. Disabling a nation's satellites could blind its military, disrupt navigation, and cripple global communications, all in the opening minutes of a conflict. Both the US and China have demonstrated anti-satellite weapons capable of knocking critical assets out of orbit, raising fears of a new kind of space-based arms race. Hypersonic missiles travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5, making them nearly impossible to intercept with current missile defense systems. China, Russia, and the US are all developing hypersonic weapons capable of delivering nuclear or conventional payloads within minutes of launch. Their blistering speed, unpredictable flight paths, and ability to penetrate defenses make them one of the most feared weapons of future warfare. Human soldiers may soon be replaced or augmented by robots. Autonomous ground units can patrol dangerous zones, carry heavy equipment, and neutralize threats without risking human life. Meanwhile, exoskeletons enhance soldier endurance, strength, and precision, turning ordinary troops into super soldiers capable of feats once thought impossible. Organizations like DARPA are developing cutting-edge wearable tech that could redefine the physical limitations of combatants. In the digital age, hearts and minds are the new battleground. Disinformation campaigns use social media to manipulate public opinion, sow division, and destabilize societies from within. Deepfakes can impersonate world leaders, spread false narratives, and trigger political crises without any physical attack. By weaponizing information, states can weaken adversaries internally before a single shot is fired. Control over global supply chains has become a powerful weapon. During conflicts, disrupting critical imports like semiconductors, rare earth metals, or medical supplies can paralyze entire industries. In a world where economies are deeply interconnected, economic warfare may inflict more lasting damage than conventional attacks. Currency manipulation, trade embargoes, and targeted sanctions can destabilize rival nations while avoiding open conflict. Though heavily restricted by international law, bioweapons remain a chilling possibility. Genetically engineered viruses could be tailored to target specific populations or disrupt global health systems. With CRISPR and other gene editing technologies, future bioweapons could become more precise, harder to detect, and harder to defend against. Even rumours of bioweapon use could trigger mass panic, economic shutdowns, and political instability on a global scale. Navies are also transforming. Unmanned submarines, drone ships, and underwater drones can patrol oceans, lay mines, and track enemy vessels autonomously. These systems reduce the need for massive vulnerable fleets, allowing for more stealth and flexibility in maritime conflict. In future conflicts, the real battle may not be between humans, but between artificial intelligences. As AI controls drones, missiles, and cyber operations, opposing algorithms will engage in digital warfare, analysing, predicting, and countering each other in real time. Victory may depend not on who has the most soldiers, but who has the smartest algorithms. The United States, China, and Russia are locked in a fierce race to master these invisible forms of warfare. China is aggressively developing hypersonic missiles, advanced drones, and quantum computing for military applications. Russia focuses on electronic warfare, cyber capabilities, and disinformation campaigns to destabilize its rivals. The US invests heavily in AI, space defense, and next-generation autonomous systems through agencies like DARPA and Space Force. Ironically, the more invisible war becomes, the harder it is to deter. Without clear rules of engagement, attribution, or visibility, small incidents can spiral into larger conflicts. Nations may find themselves on the brink of war over events that never made headlines, triggered by silent attacks few even notice. The future battlefield may be everywhere and nowhere. As we move deeper into the 21st century, the nature of war is changing faster than our ability to comprehend it. The wars of the future may not look like wars at all, but their consequences will be just as real and perhaps even more devastating. In the end, the next global conflict may not begin with a bang, but with a silent, invisible spark.